Hi, my name is Matt, and I'm with Indelac Controls. And here we have our 3 fail-safe actuator options. Today I'm going to tell you just a little bit about each one. Right. The first addition to our lineup here is the AS Series. This series has a torque range up to 1,000 inch-pounds and uses a spring return function for this fail-safe capabilities. This is only available in 115 volts and 230 volts AC. So we realized that we needed to cover more torque as well as additional voltage ranges. Now, what we've done with the ASC series is we've added this clutch housing in the middle so that the gear train can be declutched from the motor. And with that, we can modulate, we can utilize 12 and 24 volts DC, and we can also use a 24 volt DC motor rectified for 24 volt AC. The newest addition to our fail-safe actuator product lines is the Safe and Secure series. Now, the first edition of the Safe and Secure goes up to 1,500 inch-pounds. The second edition, which is set to be released later this year, will go up to 3,000 inch-pounds. This actuator is available in 12 and 24 volt DC, as well as 115 and 230 volts AC. This actuator can modulate with no trouble at all. This actuator here is actually had a wireless remote installed just for our demo purposes, but this is not an option that is available for our customers. Alright, so now that I've told you just a little bit about each of the fail-safe actuator product lines, I'm going to do a demonstration for you to show you their fail-safe capabilities. This is the AS series. I'm going to run it to the open position, run it to the closed position, run it to the open position again, and then let it fail. Alright? So here we go to the open position. The cycle time on this is 12 seconds. There we go, locked into place. Now if I were to remove this, it will fail, so what I'm going to do is just move it to the terminal 3, and that will drive to the closed position. And again, you'll hear it click when it's at the end of the cycle. And we're finished. That's the closed position. Let's run it back open again so we can watch the fail. Alright, now we're in the fully open position, and I'm going to remove the power. There you are. That's the fail for the AS series. Alright, now what I'm going to do is demonstrate the ASC series. I'm going to run it to the open position, run it to the closed position. I'll run to the open position again so that we can let it fail. Alright, here we are to the open position. Alright, now we're going to run this to the closed position. To the open position again. Alright, I'm going to remove power and remove power to the clutch to fail this. And that's all there is to it. Alright. Alright, now for the demonstration of the Safe and Secure series. This will be a little bit different than the other actuators because this has more fail options. This actuator is field adjustable and can be set to fail in the open position, the closed position, or in continuous run, as long as it still has the control signal. Now there are options if you have the modulating version that you can continue in as long as you have the operating signal, but then you can switch a jumper on the board when the operating signal is lost. You can go ahead and still fail either open or closed. Alright, so we're going to run this actuator to the open position using this remote here. And into the closed position. Now, when I unplug this actuator after I run it to the open position, the other actuators would have automatically failed to the closed position, and that's it. That's all you could have done with them. Now I've got this set on continuous run, field adjustable. There's a small switch here. Nothing. No power, and you can still run this actuator to the closed position again. Or back to the open position if that's what you wish. Alright. Now I'm going to run it to the open position, apply power. I'm going to set it on fail closed with the field adjustable toggle switch. So when you remove utility power, the actuator automatically fails closed. Now we can reapply utility power and the actuator goes right back to the open position again and switches from battery back to utility power seamlessly. I'm going to run it to the closed position just to show that it has both functionalities. Okay, we're going to remove utility power. This is set to fail in the open position, and there it is. When this actuator is in either the fail open or fail closed position, you notice it doesn't matter what kind of a control signal that I give it, the actuator will not move at all. However, if it was in the continuous run position, it goes automatically back to the position that it was previously set at, and you can continue to run the actuator normally. One of the other features of this actuator, there is a toggle switch here at the very bottom. That toggle switch allows us to have one board and one actuator for both 115 and 230 volts AC. So all I've got to do is switch, and this will be a 230 volt actuator instead of 115. And the same thing goes for the 12 and 24 volt DC. Alright, thank you guys for your time. See you all later.